Hey everyone, it's Anu. Hope you're doing well and having a fabulous 2018 so far. I wanted to share something with y'all that I've actually shared before in a post like years ago, but I felt really compelled to share it again today. And it's actually from an experience that I had back in college. College was definitely a fun time. Made a lot of great friends who I still have to this day. And also, I got a degree, which was really good. But there were definitely also some experiences that happened that maybe weren't so good, but I know really helped shape who I am today. And one of those times was at a pizza place on campus where I was having dinner with a friend. And there was a guy sitting with us. It was someone that she knew pretty well. I didn't know him that well. I talked to him a little bit, but not much. So as we're talking, I remember he turned to her and he was like, "You know what? You talk too much. And you include all these details that don't matter." So of course I'm like, okay, it was just like awkward. But then I remember he turned to me and he's like, "And you do the same thing." So it's crazy again because remember I barely know this guy and he's saying this to me. But the worst thing was how it ended up impacting me. And I would say I really battled his voice in my head probably for the next 15 years or so. Up until that point I was just pretty confident just in who I was. I just felt free to be myself. But after that, I really even struggled to be alone with someone because I was so afraid that my excessive talking would bore them. And I remember just, trying to be funny or just really just trying to overcompensate for what was going on the inside of me. And it took a while, but thankfully after just prayer and a lot of encouragement from the sweet people around me, I remember I finally got through it. And what's been really interesting to me is to see how God took my greatest area of insecurity and turned it into my calling, as only He can do. So I was thinking about the story of Moses when he was called, and God's wanting him to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt, and Moses is like, "No, I don't speak well," and he's just telling God all this, and God's like, "Fine, I'll ask Aaron, and I know he speaks well." But what's interesting is that God knew that before He even called Moses to this. But the fact was, He still chose Moses, and even though he was the not so eloquent one. But it was Moses who ends up shifting his calling over to someone else, all because of his insecurity. And there may be someone who can teach better than you, or sing better than you, or whatever better than you. But it's not really about who's the most talented, it's about who's called. And I think even more importantly, who is obedient to that call. So if there's something that you are feeling insecure about, I just really want to encourage you to step into whatever it is that God is calling you to do. God so beautifully said to Moses, "Now go, and I am with you." And that's what I believe He's telling you and me too. So I hope that encourages you. God bless you.